Hey guys, what is up? I am back on this Flat Earth forum um, to try explore things further. Last time I ended the video when I ran into some transphobic shit, so let's hope there isn't anything quite that cringe, but who the fuck knows. So yeah, I'm gonna go back in and try to explore this forum further. And it does seem as if though um, it is still active. There are posts that were posted today, as well as other points in July 2019. So, yeah. Alright, let's get started. Let me post by admin on okay, so I guess there's just the latest answer. $10,000 baller challenge. Today I would like to formally issue my $10,000 baller challenge. After years of endless searching and trying desperately at first to refute the flat earth and then prove the ball earth hypothesis, I, despite all of my hard work, efforts was unable to find a single shred of factual and irrefutable evidence to support the existence of the spinning ball earth in our reality. Thus, I am officially calling on all ball earth ballers, ball earth believers from all walks of life, no matter the rank, status, or position you hold in this world, without exception. Absolutely everyone is welcome, including and especially scientists, physicists, astrophysicists, astronomers, astronauts, everyone at aerospace, NASA, RASA, JAXA, ESA, and every other space station and program in the world. Mathematicians, architects, engineers, surveyors, pilots, sailors, captains, and instructors. For Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, I call upon everybody, and I'll give you $10,000 if $10,000 cash will be awarded to anyone who can provide one piece of factual and irrefutable evidence to support two things: the curvature of the alleged spinning ball Earth, the motion of the alleged spinning ball Earth. Factual concerned was actually irrefutable, not capable of being refuted or disproved, impossible to deny. Anything can be, facts can be denied, so I'd say if you just change that impossible to disprove. Because pretty much anything's possible to deny if you're determined enough, no matter how much evidence is thrown at your face. So there's that little thing. Eric Dubé. I think I've seen Eric Dubé before. So let me take a look at his Bandcamp. Yeah, I think I found out about this Eric Dubay guy. Honestly, I think I've seen this Eric Dubay guy elsewhere when I did my last little exploration. I think he's the guy with all the film credits, maybe. Oh, and of course, AtlanteanConspiracy.com, where I found the transphobic shit. Oh, and there's the homepage of this forum, linked for some reason. Is this place run by Eric Dubay or something? Foreign language translations. Okay. Russian Atlantean conspiracy book. Polish, blah blah blah. History of Flat Earth. Blah blah blah. Currently, and for the past half century, there has existed the International Antarctic Treaty. Let me go ahead and look that one up. Let's see. Antarctica shall be used for peaceful purposes only. Freedom of scientific investigation. Freedom must be a key word. Shall continue. Scientific observations and results from Antarctica shall be exchanged and made freely available. Among signatories of the treaty were 7 countries: Argentina, with territorial claims sometimes overlapping. Other countries do not recognize any claims. The US and Russia maintain a basis of claim. All positions are explicitly protected in Article 4. No acts or activities taking place while present treaty is enforced shall constitute a basis for asserting, supporting, or denying a claim of territorial sovereignty in Antarctica or create any rights of sovereignty in Antarctica. I guess this is basically some treaty making Antarctica neutral in international relations, it looks like. So what this guy is claiming is that it prevents all independent exploration of Antarctica. Okay, and you know this how? We can, however, confirm that this 200-foot ice wall surrounding the southern circumference of the Earth most certainly exists. We can confirm that Polaris is indeed the only non-moving star of the sky. All fixed stars indeed rotate perfect circles around Polaris while remaining stuck in their relative constellations night after night, year after year, century after century. Wandering stars or planets do indeed wander in the heavens, taking their own unique spirograph-like paths. Blah de blah. Just as the ancients espoused, the Earth is observably motionless to all our senses. That's because motion is relative. Motion is relative, people. Motion is relative. It's like if you're It's like if you're sitting in a car, you're standing still relative to the car, but you're moving in relation to the ground. Motion is relative. Next, I'm kind of interested in this because really a lot of this flat earth stuff is affiliated. Oh, Jesus Christ never existed. Yeah, just as I was saying, dinosaurs never existed. Yeah, a lot of the flat Earth movement is based around is based around is based yeah, basically it's based around um, Christian religious fanaticism. A lot of times that's where a lot of the flat Earth movement is coming from, at least outside of the Flat Earth Society. There are a bunch of books and websites out there that prove this. Let's see. Yeah, a bunch of these are my bookmarks. Flat Earth. Yeah, you're probably seeing some stuff. First, look into my bookmarks. Flat Earth Bible. Of course, ifers. Ifers. FlatEarthers.org. I guess I don't have enough bookmarks to really show you, unfortunately, but yeah, this is just a flat Earth related. Square and stationary Earth. Okay, I need to do something more of substance. Let's try Jesus Christ never existed. Come on. Please don't be turned off by the title. Of course. The following documentary sheds light into the deepest esoteric teachings of Christianity hidden from the masses for millennia, exposes the real Bible code, and shows the lightning truth of who Jesus Christ truly is and was. For Christians and non-Christians alike, this unique documentary helps bring a full understanding of the origins and mysteries of the Abrahamic faiths. Please watch and share this most important transformative feature with your friends. Spread the good word. Like I said, a lot of flat earthers are Christian religious fanatics. Let's see. Death is just waking up. In dreams, you can create worlds, environments, and solutions, and even other people. Other people, I've actually heard that the other people in your dream are really just faces you've passed by, even if you don't remember them consciously. That's what I've heard. You interact and converse, create conflict and resolutions, get emotional and involved, but suddenly you wake up from the dream and realize all these blah 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 were really all you. They only seem like separate individuals because of the level of consciousness, blah blah blah. If God is defined as the objective, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent consciousness that pre-existed and created the material world, then your subjective consciousness is like a packet place of original one I am objective singular being sent to this, ultimately illustratedly subjective physical world of duality. What that means? At death, things become real, more real than ever. Things are more tangible than in a world of spirit. Thoughts are more direct and pronouncing. Nothing is hidden. It is like waking up from a dream, and I agree with Superaware the best is describing it. Okay, so I guess there's a little hypothesis going around of life and death, which is interesting. Intelligent design is truth. Let's see. Evolution is a Masonic lie. The popular modern scientific materialist atheist worldview propagated by NASA, the mainstream media, and the public education system is that you are here because nothingness for no reason exploded and created everything. Before time, space, matter, consciousness, intelligence of life, there was nothing. And then the nothingness exploded, and instead of destroying things like every other explosion ever, this explosion created things, created everything. Nothingness explosion somehow created space, time, and all matter of the universe, blah blah blah. I mean, I will admit that the Big Bang Theory is a bit exaggerated. Obviously there is evidence that that the universe we live in exploded from some sort of center point. I wouldn't say it was nothingness surrounding said center point, or that the center point was nothingness. The last bit, which I think is just a myth about the Big Bang Theory. Okay. Yes, first some of the more gaseous nothing came together, forming suns and stars, and solid pieces of nothing came together, forming planets and moons. Basically, this anti-god. Okay, finally, some evidence of the religious extremism surrounding flat earthers. Okay, here we go. This anti-God materialist theory of evolution has been staunchly protected by the infallibility of science for over 150 years, but in actual fact, just as science has failed to find one true valid proof that Earth is a ball spinning around the sun, scientists have failed to discover a single piece of evidence that the material world is a product of blind chance evolution. Furthermore, Big Bang evolution actually requires and presupposes many other claims which have already been proven false in previous chapters, such as the plurality of worlds, Newton's theory of gravity, Einstein's theory of relativity, stars being distant suns, and Earth being a planet, not a plane. I am slowly losing brain cells. Okay, and there's like a diagram. How could all these interconnected, compartmentalized components, the cell wall, cell membrane, mitochondria, proteins, DNA, RNA, ribosomes, lisosomes? Honestly, let's see. Consciousness, life, the beautiful diversity, complexity, and interconnectedness of nature and the universe simply cannot be the result of some random coincidental physical phenomenon. If the likelihood of life forming an animate is over blah blah power, then those are precisely the magnificent odds in which against which the universe could be unintelligently designed. Even the simple formation of DNA and RNA molecules are similarly beyond the reach of chance to come together. Excuse me. with equivalent to blah blah power with 10 or more, with 10 or 10 with 600 zeros afterwards. It's extremely improbable that proteins and nucleic acids, both of which are structurally complex, rose spontaneously from in the same place at the same time, yet it seems impossible to have one without the other. So, at first glance, one might have to conclude that life could never, in fact, have originated by chemical means. Okay. Probability of coincidental formation of cytochrome C, just as one of the essential proteins of life, is as unlikely as the possibility of a monkey writing the history of the humanity on a typewriter without making any mistakes. Some metaphysical powers. Okay. I mean, really? In my honest opinion, the Big Bang Theory and the mysteries of life, I guess the sort of chemical reactions that first produced life, I don't think they negate the existence of a divinity. I'm sitting in my room with nothing else to do because depression. Um, but anyway, really, I don't think it disproves a divinity. I just think that's just what happens in our earthly realm, you know? Plus, how does this mean that? I mean, I guess I can't be bothered to read. Oh, I guess I can't really be bothered to read all this shit. Um, but let's see. The theory of evolution supposes that life somehow originated and evolved in the sea until somehow something that had therefore lived only under water grew lungs and feet and started living on land. Maybe some sort of circumstance induced that. Have you ever considered that? That some sort of circumstance induced life to move from the sea into the land while other bits of life remain in the sea? I mean, according to the theory of evolution, the changing of body parts come from it's basically in the change of use of body parts, meaning there must have been some sort of beneficial aspect of breathing air as opposed to breathing water. I don't know, but you kind of have to look into various fossils. The coelacanth is a good example of an ancient piece of prehistory that still exists and has a certain skeletal structure that's very similar to it's very similar to basically homologous from the same embryonic parts. It's got like finger-like bones in its fins, in its lobed fins. Let's see. Although it is cloaked in the guise of science, the theory of evolution is nothing but a deceit. Deceit is defended only for the benefit of materialistic philosophy. Deceit based not on science but on brainwashing, propaganda, and fraud. Again, evidence. I get that the theory of evolution might not be perfect, might not perfectly describe what's going on, But it does explain the majority of what's going on. It doesn't explain the origin of life, for example, but it explains the change of life, the various fossils. And speaking of fossils, I noticed the whole dinosaur hoax thing. Yeah, there's somebody claiming that dinosaurs never existed. I mean, I don't get why. What? No tribes, cultures, or countries in the world ever discovered dinosaur bone before the mid 1800s. Are you sure about that? Excuse me, I was scratching my ear a bit. As far as that is concerned, aren't dinosaur bones like buried? Discoveries and excavations seem not to be made by disinterested people such as farmers, ranchers, hikers, outdoor recreationists, building construction industry, basement excavators, pipeline trench diggers, mining industry personnel, but rather people with vested interests such as paleontologists, scientists, university. Finds are often made using special dinosaur bone hunting trips, expeditions by these people to faraway regions already inhabited and explored. This seems highly implausible. Okay. More believable is the cause of the discovery of the first and original Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947, which were unintentionally discovered by a child, which were all published by 1955. In some cases, the discovery of dinosaur bones by a disinterested person was suggested into them by some professional in the field to look or dig in a certain area. Are you sure about that? Also very interesting to note there are special areas set aside designated as dinosaur parks for which amateur dinosaur hunters are required to first obtain a dinosaur hunting license. Okay. Dinosaur bones sell for a lot of money at auctions. It is a profitable business. There is pressure for academics to publish papers. Museums are in the business of producing displays that are popular and appealing. Movie producers and media need to produce material to sell and stay in business. Um, so what they're trying to disprove, that was my phone. So what they're trying to disprove dinosaur fossils. Again, my phone. Put on silent. So what? This person is trying to disprove the existence of dinosaurs. Why would people fake this? Okay, so yes, replicas are made. That is true that replicas are made, but what about, like, supposedly real bones? Their unnatural structural dynamics. Many dinosaur skeletons reconstructions feature bipedal monsters like the T-Rex with a forward-leaning torso and a head far larger and heavier than its counterbalancing tail. You sure? I mean, it's called muscular structure. I mean, with the muscles no longer there and the circulatory system no longer there, it's basically just a limp skeleton, which is why they have to specially hold the head up. The idea of slow-moving animals does not agree with the biomechanical analysis of dinosaurs, which indicate that dinosaurs were agile, active creatures. This is the paradox between the dinosaur's size and lifestyle. Many displays and drawings appear to be absurdities, showing a two-legged animal that would be totally off balance with the weight of the head and abdomen, much greater than the weight of the tail, which is supposed to act as a counterbalance. Is the dinosaur industry a case of science trying to meet public desires and expectations? The movie Jurassic Park is an example of showing dinosaurs much larger than any current displays at museum. Blah blah blah. The methods used to date dinosaur fossils involve not measuring the actual fossils, but the rocks near where they are found. Most fossils are found near the surface of the Earth, and if a modern day animal were to die in the area, paleontologists would be likely to date them the same age. Okay. Scientists used to be very impressed with the potential of radiometric for coming up with absolutely reliable ages for some kinds of rocks. They do not feel that way anymore, having the way. Okay, so there are flaws in research of dinosaurs. Sea-dwelling animals evolving into land dwellers, reptiles evolving wings, feathers, flying, becoming birds, as well as other reptiles evolving warm blood, live birth, breasts, and becoming mammals. No, mammals existed in the time of the dinosaurs. In the dinosaurs, um, they evolved separately from the surviving dinosaurs. It's just that mammals, in the time of the dinosaurs, no, scientists are not saying that reptiles evolved into mammals. They're saying that ancient mammals evolved into modern mammals. That's what they're saying. That's one thing that you've gotten wrong. Um, no authentic feathers have been found with dinosaur fossils. I don't exist. Other species like Confucianosaurus, Langosaurus, have all been found to be contemporary with the Archaeopteryx and are indistinguishable from present day birds. Okay. Like I said, there are flaws in research. It doesn't mean dinosaurs didn't exist or didn't evolve into birds. We're just not sure of the links. I've studied bird skulls for 25 years and I don't see any similarities whatsoever. I just don't see it. The theropod origins of birds, in my opinion, the greatest embarrassment of paleontology of the 20th century. To tell you the truth, if I had explored the dinosaur origin birds with those characters, I'd be embarrassed every time I'd have to get up and talk about it. Okay, like I said, there are things we don't know. You've proven that much. Um, Honestly, I'm getting kind of bored with this. does not explain how something like the common housefly could have evolved. It's because insects existed. Dinosaurs were not the only form of life to have existed back then, they were just the more dominant. There were other forms of life, including sea life. Flies flap their wings simultaneously, blah blah blah. Even the scientists' slightest dissonance in the vibration will cause them to lose balance and fall, but this never happened. I don't know, muscular structure that we don't know about still? Why were dinosaurs never discovered before the evolutionist renaissance of the mid 19th century? I think you explained it with people just not being interested. I mean, they could have discovered dinosaur fossils and thought they were just rocks or something. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing a bit of a self self contradiction being played here, because I believe earlier we're talking about people not being interested, just like I'm not interested in reading this entire big ass wall of text. Amazing links and information. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm starting to lose interest over here. This is Goth Cat signing out. Thank you and goodbye.